It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Houston Texans and the Detroit Lions. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, Lane. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Lane. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. He's on his way. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say that their plan worked to perfection.
Point after here coming up. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. Second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Looking to throw. Lane. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Lane. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here comes the Lions punter now. Back deep is Tank Dell. Taking it about the 36. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They run up the middle with Foster. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Watson's throw complete there to Johnson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go with blue between the tackles. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
They start on the ground here. It's Sanders. Oh, look at the juke. And now the rookie's free. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lane over the middle, complete. That's Sanders. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Lane. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground with Foster. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Going up the middle, Foster. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll try the air now with Watson. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A first down carry for Foster. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Watson. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Brandon, some of those windows in the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep them from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Guys, dig deep. Let's go.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Watson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Watson now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. From 10 yards out. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, Lane. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it second down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Here's Tank down to return it from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. It's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. To the air yet again, Watson, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 50, it's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A give. This is Foster. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Watson. And that's complete to Cooks. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Watson's throw pulled in by Hopkins. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they hand to Foster. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st and 10, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Going quickly out wide to Moore. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. Lane, and that's complete. It's Sims. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing on 1st down. Lane looking for Perriman there. He's got him. Shifts by him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. This one winding toward a conclusion. And how would you assess how the secondary is played?
Well, we just saw them take another shot downfield that was incomplete, correct?
Correct.
So my assessment is that if anyone's played really well in this game, it's been the secondary. That was the latest example.
Yeah, they've been solid. Really, the whole defense has been solid. Still pitching a shutout. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that 0. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
Back to throw again. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the play fake. Lane looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.